The UK has quite a lot of theme parks with over 100 in the whole country, but only a few of those are actually pretty good, with examples of Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington, Blackpool Pleasure Beach or Flamingo Land. Some of them are just really small like fairground theme parks. But here are some things that the UK really needs that they don't have yet. So let's get started with this. So first up is an RMC. Now this is something that has been teased in a Q&A with John Burton at Alton Towers on National Roller Coaster Day. Some people may think it might be coming to Alton Towers with Project Horizon, but it seems pretty unlikely that it will be. It's more likely that it will be an Intamin multi-dimensional coaster. But we could be seeing an RMC come to another Merlin park, maybe Chessington, probably not, most likely Thorpe Park, which would be in a few years' time as Project Exodus is opening next year, so they're not going to have another coaster for a while. But an RMC would be an amazing addition to the UK coaster lineup because they're just such relentless coasters. They keep going, they're super speedy, and they have some really good drops, and they make you feel really free with those restraints being only a lap bar instead of being over the shoulders. So seeing an RMC in the UK would really put the UK more on the map for theme parks. I think another better indoor coaster. Now we might be getting this with Project Horizon at Alton Towers because the one that we have right now, The Walking Dead The Ride, isn't actually very good. I much preferred X because it just was a bit better, the theme was more nice, and I just prefer it. And The Walking Dead is quite a small coaster. If we're going to see quite a nice coaster with Project Horizon, either it might be Family or Thrill, we don't know yet, but hopefully if it is Thrill we'd get a very good indoor coaster because out there are a lot of really cool ones. So that could add to the collection of cool ones in the world and could be a really good one for the UK. We need taller coasters. Now this only applies to a few theme parks because theme parks such as Alton Towers, which have the money to do it, just can't because they actually can't go higher than 60 feet because of their tree line limit. So it would be somewhere like Thorpe Park or Drayton Manor, Flamingo Land, somewhere like that could make a really tall roller coaster. The most likely would be Thorpe Park because they would have more of the money to do it with. They're also making Project Exodus, which is 236 feet tall. But when you think about it, Cedar Point in America has 5 hypercoasters or over hypercoasters in one theme park. And what do we have? 2 so far in our whole country. So you can't use the excuse that America is bigger. They've got 5 in one theme park. So we really need to step up our game when it comes to taller roller coasters. We could definitely have something like a Giga Coaster in our country. I could really see it happening in the next few years. It just really depends if Merlin feels like they can do it for Thorpe Park or other theme parks have the money to be able to do it. We did actually have plans quite a few years ago for the bigger one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which was to be a stratocoaster that towered over the Blackpool skyline, a bit like Top Thrill Dragster. But the plans fell through and now we won't get it anymore. And finally is a max spinning coaster. Now we only have 2 of these in the world, being Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland in Belgium and Time Traveller in Silver Dollar City in the US. And these are amazing rides. They're super intense, they have some really cool launches and stuff, and just the spinning factor is really cool. Going through inversions while spinning seems like an amazing novelty to have, and it'd be super cool to have in the UK. Ride to Happiness in Belgium isn't too far away, and it just seems like an insane coaster with some great forces, and it will just feel crazy spinning around while going through inversions and things like that. When we first saw Time Traveller at Silver Dollar City, it was insane and it was super cool to see, and it'd be amazing to see one of these in the UK. Places like Alton Towers could actually do this because they don't have to be too tall, and usually they are terrain coasters, so they can really work with the terrain a bit like Nemesis for something like that. Replace Spinball with it or something, just like Digital Dan made their own. So those were the things that the UK really needs to see in theme parks in the next few years. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You can subscribe up there, there's another video down there. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.